What is up, Copy Squad? It's your boy Kyle Milligan of KyleTheWriter.com, and today we're going to talk about basic copywriting terms you need to understand. First off, I can go ahead and let you know that all this stuff is covered in my book, Take Their Money. It's at KyleTheWriter.com/book, and that'll teach you how to write the words that really make you rich. So let's kind of dive into it. I think we'll start big picture maybe, and then kind of narrow it down deeper and deeper down the copy. So, big picture, in the lead. I've also been asked this question, how do you write a hot lead? Like, how do you write an exciting lead? Well, the lead is basically the place where you build up your big promise. And now, whenever you're making a big promise in a promo, in a Facebook ad, in an email, this could be a cold pitch to a client, okay? You're usually got some sort of like, here's the promise, here's the benefit that you're going to receive. So, for instance, if you're doing a cold pitch, right? Your benefit is I will improve, and this is something they keep coming around to, right? Like, how do I pitch clients? How do B2B people pitch? How does a B2B person, like, sell their service? It's all the same thing, right? It's new, easy, safe, and big. Wrap emotions into your pitch. But I think people are missing the basic elements of pitch. So to make new, easy, safe, and big work, you have to have the skeletal structure in place, right? You've got to have the raw facts and details. What you do, skeletal structure is number one, all right? Then you're going to weave in the big four emotions, new, easy, safe, and big, which I explain in my book, Take Their Money. But let's talk about what part one is. The lead is the big promise. Now, here's something you absolutely cannot do, is have two big promises. You have to come up with one central theme. This is your benefit. This is the result. Okay, what is the big promise? That's the term. And then people are getting like tied up and tangled. What, is this a big promise? Is this a big promise? The big promise is the result you're basically promising they will experience if they buy the thing that you're about to pitch them, right? So at the beginning of a sales letter, the big promise is usually stated like within the fold, we call it, right? But basically, it's like within like one scroll. I'd say the first couple lines, the big promise is stated. And since I always have 3,000 promos pulled up, I might as well go ahead and share my screen and just show you what a big promise looks like. Here's the headline, right? The 70-cent crypto game changer. Headline. All of this junk is headline. All the way till we see basically a tiny little known cryptocurrency that's trading for 70 cents. It's about to shock the world and make a lot of people rich starting this coming Monday. Okay, and then we say it's enough to turn a small investment of $100 into over $2.7 million. So this is all our big promise. This is all the big promise. And the big promise is there's a very inexpensive cryptocurrency that is poised to take off in price. And if it goes as high as Bitcoin, it'll make you really stinking rich. Okay, so that's one example of a big promise. Let's look at this. What is this promo? Okay, Trump bonus checks. This one was one of those clear cut, like the promise is right there. Let's look at, here's the headline. Okay, so we're now in the lead. Dear proud American citizen, buried in this 500-page document signed by President Trump hides a special loophole anyone can take advantage of. Here's the promise. Allowing them to collect regular checks, some rare examples worth as much as $4,000, $6,000, even $8,000 per month. So that's our big promise, okay? So keep that in mind. Very early in your copy, notice that in the first couple lines of both of these two promos, I wrote both these promos. I wrote Trump bonus checks with Rob Braddock, and I wrote cryptocurrency one with the copy chief. These are both works that I've done, so I'm practicing when I preach, right? In the first couple lines, I'm getting to a big promise. Now, what's a big promise? What's a claim? What's proof? Those kinds of questions. Now, let's talk about that stuff. So one thing to remember, there's only one promise per promo. The promise is, let's say for Trump bonus checks, there's a loophole in the tax code you can take advantage of, and it'll pay you regular checks. That's the only thing I'm promising in this promo. If you look at that cryptocurrency promo I showed you, there's a inexpensive crypto that's about to explode in value, and it can make you rich. No other promises occur in that promo. So that leads to the question, well, what's a claim? Because doesn't a claim sort of promise a benefit? So let's talk about that. A claim is a response. Consider a claim a rebuttal to an objection that you inferred, okay? So every claim is built to support the big promise. So basically the lead is hyping up the first part of the promo where you establish the big promise and then you hype it up. Like, never seen anything like it. Either, okay, this is the biggest thing since XYZ happened and it's actually going to be bigger. I've never seen anything this big before. These big names are getting in on it. So that's a lead in a nutshell. Never seen anything like this. Here's the big promise, and it's the biggest thing I've ever seen ever. Now that we go into body copy. Okay, so the lead can last anywhere from like 2 to 7 pages. And generally that's where you start to introduce your guru. And now you go into body copy. The body copy is usually laid out with this template: objection, claim, proof, benefit. So you have to imagine all the objections your reader could have. Now, if that is very difficult for you, I have done that for you. I did it at, if you go to kylethewriter.com/book, the bottom of that page is a research video upsell. I give you dozens of objections that you can overcome in your sales letter. That's why sales letters are so long, because you want to try to knock out every single objection as you go along. So when you anticipate these objections, okay, you have to make a claim. But the claim is not necessarily your big promise, okay? So think about it like this. My claim is this cryptocurrency could make you rich. So the objection is something like, well, can I just wait 2 months? Or I'll think about it. Let's say that's the objection. I want to think about it. Well, the claim is you need to act fast because, okay? So I'm overcoming that objection of like, I want to think about it, or I want to take 2 months, or wait till I have $100,000 to invest. No, you need to act fast because, that's my claim. Then I have to put in 3 pieces of proof, okay? Because MSNBC said this is poised to rocket on, well, in our promo, it said next Monday. IBM is getting in on this, and they're about to pour billions into this cryptocurrency, and then like 3rd piece of proof, right? So that's my claim, and then I put in the proof. And then I have to wrap that up in a nice, neat little benefit and say, hey, by the way, if you do this, you can collect like $2 million or something like that, right? So it's going to help you it's going to help your investments soar. It's going to make you a bunch of money. So again, all that supports the big promise. The benefit is tied to the big promise. So the big promise, and in my book, I refer to it as the soul of the promo. Everything you feed into that promo feeds into the soul of your promo. If you're writing a Facebook ad, you've got one promise. Take my internet marketing course and you'll be able to get 1,000 more leads a day than you did last week or something like that. That's the big promise. And then your proof, you take up these pieces of proof, like I've got these testimonials. You wrap new, easy, safe, and big into like your proof and into your claims. You wrap into every single line of your copy, and it'll make people want more of what you're talking about. So you say, hey, take my internet marketing course, and it will help you get 1,000 leads, right? That's your big promise. And then you start to handle objections. Well, what if I don't have a lot of money? You don't need a lot of money. My internet marketing course is only $50. And then you simply reframe that and say that's the cost of like less than a cup of coffee a day every month, or something like that, right? So you say, claim, I don't have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money. Costs very little. Okay, well, I'm not a very experienced internet marketer. I can't do this. You don't need a lot of experience because my entire internet marketing course will hold your hand and guide you through it, okay? That's easy anybody. That's the emotion of easy. It's new, easy, all right? So basically using new, easy, safe, and big as your foundation, like your starting point, you can get a lot done like right away. So, for instance, you're selling an internet marketing course. Why would I buy yours? It's brand new. It's the only one that's doing it this way. It's a unique and brand new experience that nobody else has done. I should sell my book with this right now. Okay, buy my book, take their money. Why should I buy your book, take their money? It is the only book that will teach you the secret language of copywriting that speaks directly to the emotional brain and not tell you what to do. Because when someone tells you how to write copy, they're speaking in logic. They're speaking nonsense. It is illogical to sell on logic. You need to sell directly to the emotional center of the brain, which science shows is where decisions are made. You break this part of the brain where emotions are derived from, you are incapable of making decisions. Logic simply decides if it's like okay or not, right? So sell directly to the emotional part of the brain. So that's like my new pitch, right? It's the only book that teaches you the secret language of copywriting to sell directly to the brain, okay? So that's new. Is it easy? Yeah, because all you need to know are the more emotions. There's only 4 of them, new, easy, safe, and big. Wrap that into your content, you're all good to go. Not only are new, easy, safe, and big going to handle most of the work for you, I'm also going to show you tons of copywriting examples from promos and sales letters and examples that have made a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and get all that research and put it right in front of you and show you. So it's easy, right? Okay, so new, easy, safe. Let's talk about safe. Okay, my safety element is my credibility. I personally, in 2018, single year, and I just started October 2nd of 2017, right? Grossed, I brought in $7.1 million using this method, okay? So I've got a lot of big hits to my name. I've worked with some pretty phenomenal mentors. So that's safety, right? You can believe me, you can trust me. As a matter of fact, I'm not a here today, gone tomorrow marketer. I make daily videos. I've got over 90 at this point where I just give away free information. I am not a scam artist. I'm here to help people sell stuff, right? So that's my safety element. And the last thing is big. I can use that. I can bring that number right back. 7.1 million. Maybe you don't make 7 million, okay? But could you imagine a fraction of that kind of income or that kind of potential and how it could boost your business, right? How big of an impact could that be for you and what you're doing currently? I think I gamble pretty damn big. And at 140 pages, I think it's like a 144-page book. I'm not sure off the top of my tongue, but you can learn that stuff pretty fast, okay? Really comes down to these big four emotions. So basically, you want to weave these elements into your pitch, but all that supports that my book will help you sell more stuff. That's the big promise. So the reason I just gave you that whole pitch is to basically show you that the big promise is I can help you sell more stuff. And then there's these objections. But what if I don't have experience? What if I don't have a lot of money? What if I'm not very intelligent? And then you beat those objections down with claims, okay? So the claim is not the promise. The claim handles objections to the promise, all right? So I told you I can help make you money, and you say, but I don't have any experience. Read the book. The book's going to do everything for you, okay? So that's easy. That's emotion number 2, easy. So you say, I don't have a lot of money. It's a book. It costs the price of a book, all right? So if you've had a sandwich this week, you could have probably bought the book. So there, I just handled that, right? That's my claim, is it's affordable, it's easy, it's safe. Like, what's the worst that could happen? You're out the cost of a lunch, right? And for whatever reason, you're not happy with it. Oh, but by the way, I have all these testimonials and I have all this feedback that it's like this game-changing experience reading my books. That's, again, safety. I'm just overcoming objections with claim after claim after claim after claim. So the claims after claims after claims with no proof or no sort of substantiation to it are going to fall flat, because it's going to sound like the same bull malarkey that everyone puts on Facebook. Make money from home with your cell phone, $10,000 a day, PM me for details. Nobody's fucking PMing you, man. It's not going to happen. However, if you just show a little bit of credibility with a little bit of research, you're going to stand out, because so many people are terrible at this. It doesn't take a lot to stand out in a big, big way. At the end of the day, what we're doing here is we're speaking directly to the emotional center of the brain. And we do that by basically repeating this pattern where we handle objections, all right? We rebut with claims, and we show them some proof and some benefits. And then we interweave. That's the skeletal structure, right? That is the cut and paste. Like, if I was to just sell with logic and that actually worked, all I would have to do is list statistics and list things. That doesn't work, though. You have to imbue those words. You have to imbue those facts that don't drive or move people with emotions, particularly the more emotions. New, easy, safe, and big. I teach you how to do that in my book. It's called Take Their Money. It's at kylethewriter.com/book. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, Copy Squad. Peace out, Copy Squad.